Okay, so recently, I think it was yesterday, Janine asked a really great question. So let me set up the scenario for you all. She was out and about, met somebody at the hair salon or whatever, and they got a sample. And she called to check back to see how they liked the sample. And then the person told her, well, I haven't taken it yet because I want to speak to my doctor first about the ingredients. I want to get clearance from my doctor. So Janine messaged me and said, Kim, how do I deal with that? How do I, what do I respond? Or, was my response okay? You can see Janine's response right here. She said, okay, I totally understand. I'll send you an ingredient form to show your doctor. I'm glad you're doing well. If I could not, apparently she couldn't find the person on Facebook. Could you please friend me? Excuse me. I'm on there as Janine Fred. Let me add to this too, guys. If you send your Facebook link, send it. If you tell them your Facebook name, even if it's, you're the only one, go ahead and just send them the link to your profile. Okay. Send them the link to you. Oh, this is totally off topic, but let me show you right quick. Send them the link to your profile. It's really easy to find. All you'll do is go to your profile and then you'll click right here where it says more, all the way to the right. And then you will click copy link to profile. See that right there? If I copy link to profile, copy. So now if I would like to go to, that's my mom's hotel room. If I were to go here and paste, that is the link to my profile, right? So don't want to send that. Okay, so let's go back to the message at hand. Okay, and this is all just to make things easier for your client. Okay, because if they can just click a link and then send you a Facebook profile request, friend request, there are a lot, like the probability of them doing that goes through the roof versus them opening up Facebook and typing in Janine Fred and then being like, it's more than one Janine here. It could be Janine Fred and then there could be Janine Fred and the person will still be like, which Janine are you? And you'll be like, Fred, I typed Fred. So anywho, back to the message at hand. This was Janine's response. So Janine and I corresponded. I responded to Janine with a series of voice notes, and I'll basically tell you all what was said here. I thought when Janine sent this, that she was saying to me that she gave the person a free sample. And so as it turns out, the person actually paid for the sample, which was good because I don't want y'all giving away free samples. And then, sometimes people do not respect free 99. They don't respect something when it is free, when they don't have any money invested in it, even if it's a little bit. So, and I'm not going to lie, at $5 a pop, give out a whole bunch of samples that can add up pretty quickly. So we want to give them out to qualified prospects. Here is how you do that. I told Janine about something that Eric Worre, who is a network marketing professional, number one, y'all, he has a book called Go Pro. Go Pro. I listened to it on Audible because it's easier for me to digest books in audio format. But the book is outstanding. And he talks about something called If I, Then Would You. If I, then would you. Here's how it works. Basically, when you give or you're asking a question or you're trying to get someone to make a commitment, you use the statement, if I, then would you. So if in this scenario, when Janine gave the sample or sold the sample, she would say, or let's say she's giving it away for free, right? If I give you this sample for free in exchange for your feedback about how it makes you feel, then would you promise me that you will at least use it within the next week or within the next 3 to 4 days? If I give you this free sample in exchange for your feedback about how it makes you feel, then would you commit to me that you will at least just use it so that you'll have feedback to give me? Does that sound fair? If I, then would you. That's how you do that to get that commitment. Because I had the same thing happen to me back in the day. Gave somebody a pack of tea and it was so crazy because this woman, she was older and I met her. We were walking through the park at Stone Mountain and she actually begged me. She was like, oh, I really want to try the tea. Oh, you wouldn't have mercy on an old lady like me who's on fixed income and da-da-da-da. All while we were walking, she was talking about, I wish I could try that tea. And so I said, you know what? Okay, fine. here you go. You know what? I will let you try a sample. I do like you. And I let her try a sample. I call her back. Honey, she was like, oh, I got to ask my doctor. And I was like, I could have given you an ingredient list. Because, guys, let me tell y'all something. If somebody ever says they have to ask their doctor, say, no problem. What's your email? I'm going to send you an ingredient list. I'm going to send you the info sheet that has all of the, everything you'll need, basically, to share with your doctor so that he can make a decision about whether or not this is a good fit for you. And once you do, and that should really be fine. You don't have to give somebody the product. Give them the info sheet, okay? Now, if they say, okay, here's my email address, then at that time, you also ask them, and when are you going to see your doctor next? Oh, excuse me. Some people may have an appointment tomorrow. Some people may have an appointment next week. Some people might not have an appointment for another 3 months, okay? So in that case, how you would handle that, what you would do is you would say to the person, okay, great. Well, in this day and age of digital communication, a lot of doctors or many of my clients' healthcare professionals have a way for them to correspond with their doctor via like email, Facebook, chat, or even the doctor's own app, like a portal. Does your doctor have that? Are you aware of that? Or are you not sure if they have that, or whatever the case may be? And sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, I can do that. Say, awesome, well, great. So, okay, great. Even though your appointment is 3 months later, why don't you open up your doctor's app, send them this info sheet, and let's say you and I follow up in another 3-4 days, give them a chance to respond. Is that good for you? I was about to say, does this make sense? Like we're actually on a Zoom call or something like that. But I want you guys to understand this. You control the interaction, the conversation with questions, and the quality of your questions will determine the quality of your responses. But I definitely don't like y'all, out there just giving away. Don't be a detox tea Santa Claus, okay? Nothing wrong with giving away samples, but I really want to make sure that you are giving away samples to qualified prospects, obligating them to commit to use the sample so that they have feedback for you, and then gathering that feedback in a timely manner using the contact information that they gave you. If someone doesn't want to give me their information, no problem, but you ain't getting this sample.